What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and I was listening to Tiki TV's live stream earlier today, man. He was talking about the big news that broke earlier today about Klay Thompson, and he may not be the lock that the Golden State Warriors think he is. I'll do a video about that in a little bit. But let me talk about this simple motherfucker, Lonzo Ball, right? Now, of course, the biggest news this week is, of course, Anthony Davis officially stating that he no longer wishes to stay with the Pelicans organization and that he requests a trade. So already, Lonzo Ball is posturing, or his camp, and saying that they do not wish to land in New Orleans. Let me read this article. I'm going to put a link to this article in the description box in this video from the NewYorkPost.com. Lonzo Ball already wants off the Pelicans by Mark W. Sanchez, right? Anthony Davis is making his move, and so is Lonzo Ball. In the wake of the Pelicans superstars' midseason trade request, which puts the Lakers in a strong position to cash in their youth for ready-made talent with which to surround LeBron James. Ball has begun posturing as a trade now seems inevitable. The Athletic reported that Ball's camp, as simple as a connect-the-dots game gets, does not want to land in New Orleans and would prefer a third team be involved in a potential trade. Who the fuck are you? The reasoning given is that the Pelicans already have an established point guard and Ball wants to lead his own team. Like Ticket TV said, you don't want to work for shit. You want shit handed to you, you fucking ready-made Prince wannabe bitch. Not the artist, but they can think he a Prince. I don't want to play for that team. Like AJ out the Sopranos and shit. I don't want to be there. I want my own team. I think I'm entitled to this. My dad said I would be a starting point guard in the NBA. I'd be a Laker for life. Big baller brand. This isn't fair. I'm telling Mom. Fuck it. But anyway, let me go on. Okay. The New Orleans point guard is Alfred Payton, averaging 9.8 points and 5.8 assists. Drew Holiday was more of a shooting guard than point guard, averaging over 21 points per game. Yeah, so he knows if he goes there that, you know, he will no longer be on the Lakers. He would be on a club that not a big market. And a lot of shit would be exposed with Lonzo, in that he's really not that good a player. But what kills me about Lonzo, man, oh yeah, the article goes on, the sophomore point guard has not taken the leap from his rookie season, struggling to coexist with another player who needs the ball in his hands at all times in James. LeBron's wingmen are typically gunners who, with less attention, get freed up for shots, and Ball is just a 33% three-point shooter this year, actually up from 30% last year. On the whole, the 21-year-old, who's out another 3 to 5 weeks with a sprained left ankle, has put up 9.9 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5.4 assists per game this year. He's an attractive trade piece, if not the sure thing LA craved with the number 2 pick in the 2017 draft. What is it? This is the thing. I don't know about him being a sure piece and all that. Lonzo Ball, to me, absolute best case scenario is it maybe one day he might be an above average player. Okay. And notice I didn't say good or great, above average. That's what you get possibly with him. Okay. Um, However, these demands or requests or I don't wish to play with this team or that team, you haven't done anything to get that type of clout to say where you wish to play. That's what's wrong with a lot of these guys today, man. They don't want to earn that rep. They don't want to earn their spot. They think they just supposed to get that. They supposed to have that shit handed to them. That's my problem. Like I don't hate Kevin Durant, but that's what I dislike a little bit about what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's just a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the tail end of the generation where those guys, they play with a team. They didn't want to play with Michael Jordan. They wanted to beat Michael Jordan. For the most part, they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But they stayed with the organization. The organization tried to put a team around them. And whether it was Reggie in '98, that's the closest he came to beating Mike, or whether it was the Knicks in '93 or '92 with Ewing, Barkley in '93 with the Suns, Sean Kemp and Gary Payton in '96, or John Stockton, Karl Malone in '97 and '98. You know what I'm saying? Build a team around us to the best of your ability organization and may the chips fall where they may. It didn't happen. And I know a lot of these dudes, I know Charles Barkley has stated that it haunts him, and it was haunts him for the rest of his life that he never won a championship. But for those guys, it was more fulfilling than what Charles did kind of ring chase toward the end. Okay, I'll say that when he was joining the Rockets, he was ring chasing. Okay, no matter how much he want to say it, he was ring chasing at the end. But whatever, man. You know. But with Lonzo Ball, he hasn't done enough to say what Adrian Dantley probably didn't wish to be. I know he didn't wish to be traded from the Detroit Pistons. Okay, he didn't wish to be traded from the Pistons in '88 or '89. But the guy who had more power than him, Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, wanted his best buddy, Mark Aguirre. Ultimately, that proved to be the best uh, move because Aguirre was a better fit for the club. Adrian Dantley, as great as he was a scorer, the ISO shit kind of sometimes stalled the offense out. You know what I'm saying? They were more of a team-orientated offense, but it worked sometimes with Aguirre. Not Aguirre, excuse me, Dantley. But sometimes matter of fact, I remember seeing a statistic. I think, what was it? I think it was the '88-'89 season, right? I'm trying to remember what the heck the number was, or was it I can't remember anymore. But I think it was the '89-'90 season. That was the year he got traded. He got traded like midway through the year. And 41 of the games Aguirre played, I think, before he got traded. In those 41 games, the Pistons were 26-15, right? And I think the rest of the year, when they acquired Aguirre, I think that they went something like, what was it? 30-something and 9 or something. I can't remember the exact numbers, but they played a lot better as a team once they got rid of He just wasn't a good fit, man, for the most part. At times it worked, but it didn't work all the time. All right. But anyway, the point being, Adrian Dantley was a two-time NBA scoring champion. Adrian Dantley had over a decade under his belt in the NBA by the time this shit went down between him and Zeke. So he had, if he chose to, you know what I'm saying, I can understand him being salty about having his career pretty much languish in Dallas. And then he was out the league, 3 years later or something like that. I can understand that. But Lonzo, come on, man. What have you done? This dude's delusional, man. He's delusional, man. It's good to be confident, man, but you gotta be realistic. You haven't done anything. The one thing I say about Lonzo is he's a good defender. There's a ton of good defenders better than him in the NBA. He's not a good outside shooter, especially by today's standards. He's 33% shooting the three, but the league average is about 36%. That's the league average. The best three-point shooters in the league shoot about 38% plus. Okay? So he's not really a good three-point shooter. He's an atrocious free throw shooter. That's already a knock on any point guard. Okay? Most point guards are usually good to great free throw shooters. This guy has a historically awful free throw percentage. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has his presence in the post when he tries to score in the post is awful. Like, Ticket TV said one time, man, this motherfucker be throwing up fuck you, airball layups. Oh my God, man. I don't know, man. But it's the thing. If the Lakers have any chance, if the Magic Johnson, okay, an organization, they have any chance of acquiring Anthony Davis, and it involves moving your ass, you gonna be moved. Okay? Ain't no doubt about it. Motherfucker, you gonna understand the pecking order of the NBA when it comes to this shit. Nigga, you don't provide what Anthony Davis provide. And if it involves moving you, man, they'll move Kyle Kuzma. If you know they'll move Kyle Kuzma for Davis, you know they're gonna move your ass. Ain't no way in the man, what the man, get the hell out of here, man. Get out of here.